What's up, YouTube comic book community? It's Kevin Vidini here for another episode of Superpower Review. Today we're going to be going to Rhode Island Comic Con. So today's goals are to drop off 3 books at CGC. 2 of them are going to get pressed and cleaned, and we're hoping for grade bumps, and the other one's just getting a new holder. Other goals for today is to find a Batman 232 for Neil Adams to sign. I already got my trusty metallic pen in my bag. And hopefully find some other really cool things. So let's take a tour of the con and let's see if we can find some really cool things. So let's go. Alright guys, I'm officially inside Rhode Island Comic Con, and we're gonna take a look at some books, we're gonna look at some artists, and we're gonna have a good time. So let's see what we can find. Let's go! Alright guys, I just dropped off my books at CGC. That was extremely fast, a lot faster than last time I dropped off books, and I had less books. So guys, wish me luck on those grade bumps, alright? And I'll do an unboxing as soon as those comic books get back to me. Okay, I am back from Rhode Island Comic Con. Are you guys ready to see all the things that I purchased today? I don't think you guys are. So here is everything I bought today. Where's my stuff? Oh wait, that's because I didn't buy nothing today. Zero, zilch, nada. Luck was not on my side today. I did not find a Batman 232 for Neil Adams to sign, which was really disappointing. I ended up finding only 2, okay? And one of them happened to be already graded at a 4.0. I didn't want a graded copy, okay? I didn't want to go cracking open cases. If it was a CBCS case, I would have thought about it. But it was also $250, and I was just not for it. Another Batman 232 I found was in the $250 range as well, but as soon as the handler gave it to me, a huge corner of the cover was missing, so obviously I'm not going to go for that. I ended up dropping off my books at CGC. That was fine. And so I don't know what you guys do for cons, but when I go comic-conning, that's a new term, comic-conning. When I'm comic hunting at a con, I usually go around all the booths first, and I kind of make a mental note of all the things that I possibly might want to buy, and I go back to those places. So I happened to find 2 books that I would have gladly bought today. And when I was making my second trip, I was going back to those locations. So one of them happened to be a little more expensive, so that was going to be my first stop, because if I ended up buying that book, I wasn't going to buy anything else. It happened to be a Swamp Thing, #1, CGC graded at a 9.2. I threw out a offer to the seller, and we were not able to make a deal, and so I skipped out on it. And so I said to myself, I'll just get it on eBay later, cheaper. And I'm going to come back to something on that a little bit later. As you can see in the video, during the video montage, I stumbled upon a Batman the Killing Joke, CGC graded at a 9.8, which is a book that I've had my eye on for a little bit, but it's not something that I wanted right away. So I was going to go pick that up, okay? And as I was going to go buy it, somebody was already buying it. So I did not have a good day whatsoever, and I did not have a good Comic-Con experience at all. Not a good one at all. This is, as they say, there's a first for everything, and today is the first time I went to a Comic-Con empty-handed. But let me talk about Rhode Island Comic Con for a second. Last year, I pretty much said the same thing, that it was not exciting. There wasn't a lot of comic book vendors. I have to say, though, that they did expanded the con a little bit. There were multiple levels of the con, but my biggest complaint is, of course, when I go to Comic-Con, I go for the comic books. And there were hardly any comic book vendors. There are, and this is no lie, okay, I'm being for real here, there are more Funko Pop vendors than there is comic book vendors, and that is extremely sad and extremely disappointing. I think there were more t-shirt vendors there at this Comic-Con than comic vendors. So Rhode Island Comic Con is kind of turning into a comic related con, but not so much a comic con, you know what I mean? So it's getting really disappointing. I got to see Mike Zeck, but I've seen him a million times. I saw Neil Adams, but I didn't get to get my Batman 232, find a Batman 232 for him to sign. I saw Joe Rubenstein, but other than that, I just saw a bunch of cosplayers and a bunch of books that were way overpriced. Now let me get to that part, okay? Let me talk about these comic book vendors. Now, there aren't as many, okay? And this is why I've been liking Boston Comic Con more and Mohegan Sun's Terrific Con more, because they're called Comic Cons, but there's actual comic books there. Not saying that there isn't comic books here. There's just not as many as you would expect at a Comic Con. So everything at this con, these comic book vendors were really expensive, okay? Could I have bought things today? Absolutely. But did I want to dish out the money that they were expecting me to dish out? No, because again, I can find these books cheaper on eBay, which is sad, because when you go to a con, okay, it's like that whole saying, like, help me help you. If you're not having things at the prices that I want, then I can't help you, and then you can't help me with the book, pretty much. So everything is kind of expensive, which is really disappointing. Like, again, I would find something that I would be interested in and be like, okay, this is my offer. And no one is going and budging on the offer, and they're countering offering with something I don't want. Again, when I can go find these things on eBay. And I'm also pretty crucial of what I want when I go to a con, because there are things that I want right now. Is there things that, that I see and I think that I cool and I want? Yes, but it's not in the now. I got to be in the now to buy things. So, like that Batman Killing Joke. Did I want that book? Yes. Did I want it right now? Not necessarily. Was I bummed that someone was buying it that when I was going to go buy it? Yes. So, but again, this eBay complete, and I'm going to compare eBay to this con a lot, because I have a whole bunch of stuff on my watch list right now, And because now that I didn't buy anything that I wanted right now or things that I was looking for right now, I'm just going to go on eBay now and buy the things that I was actually looking for or wanted for the price that I'm expecting it for. So I don't know, whatever. It's a snooze you lose kind of deal, and you know, people just being way too high on the prices. So to anybody who's going to Comic-Con, today's Saturday, if you're going there tomorrow, I guess kind of go on with the deals, have fun with the deals, I guess. But I was really bummed about that Swamp Thing. I really wanted that Swamp Thing #1 CGC 9.2, but hey, whatever. It's not the time. Just like me finding that Batman 232, I didn't find one because I guess it was not the time to find one. I don't know. So that was my Comic-Con experience. It was a dud of a day. I didn't so much really have fun. Did I see cool things? Yeah, I did. But it was not fun at all because I wasn't expecting not to come home with anything. So, I don't know, whatever. It is what it is. I know I said this last time, but next year I probably won't even go. I'm sorry. It's more about the celebrities. It's not about the comic books. It's not about the comic book artists and creators. I mean, you saw when I did that video of who was appearing at Comic-Con, there was really not that many people comic book related at this con. So it gets a thumbs down for me for today. If I bought something, would my perception be a little bit different? Maybe a little bit, but still, again, lack of comic book vendors and the fact that the comic book vendors are too damn high. The prices are too damn high. So that's going to be it for today's video. Hey, at least you guys got a video out of this. At least we got a whole video out of this. That's pretty good, right? So if you liked anything that you saw in this video, be sure to smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, I don't always do on-field shows. I do shows in a studio. So if you're new to the channel, go check out some of those videos and subscribe for future videos. Comment on things, comment on the video. Comment on what you liked about this video or things that you saw at the con, if you went to the con, so on and so forth. So guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I'm going to end this video and I'm going to go straight on eBay and I'm going to buy the things that I want to buy right now, at the price that I want right now. See ya.